Hello, Fáilte. Have you ever wondered what is the Táin Cúailgne, or even how to pronounce the Táin Cúailgne, or the cattle rate of Cooley, as it is in English, and the Táin Cúailgne in Irish? So I have put together a beginner's guide on my blog, which I'm going to share with you now. There we go. So the beginner's guide on my blog looks at the pronunciation, the characters, the location, the action. We're going to go through the summary of it, the sources, the manuscripts that it comes from, the different recensions, and then we get to the bit where this video becomes relevant. So we are going to do a reading of the Táin. So you're going to hear the pronunciations of the names and the place names as we go through in my modern Irish. We are going to put it all together on a playlist. I'm going to go through it episode by episode. So we are using the English translation of Joseph Dunn from 1914 and Ernst Windisch maybe, from 1905 had written out the Irish transcription. So the version that we are working from, I'm just going to give you a little bit of background for that. We are here on Codex on the Van Hamel .nl website, and we've just put in Táin in the search bar, and we're going to go to the main Táin Cúailgne page, just so you know what we're working with, okay? So the blog post, just to spin back to that, the blog post is on loraobrien.ie. And it's in my recent post currently, but obviously if you are reading this at a different time in history, you can go down to the tags, which it doesn't look like I have. Okay. I'm sure you'll find it. Just search for the Táin Cúailgne and Lora O'Brien and you'll find it, okay? Sorry for that complete fail. But we are going to be working from this translation. So like what I said, I wanted to show you, I'll totally get my shit together, I promise. I will show you the main index page for the Táin Cúailgne, which is here. So it does look at the manuscripts. What you can do is look at the narrative sections, and you can see the recension 1, recension 2, and recension 3, and what narrative sections appear in which recension. That's useful there. And we are going to look at the primary sources here. So this is the primary source that we are looking at, the Táin Cúailgne, Táin Cúailgne by Windisch, the translation there from the Egerton manuscript. And Cecilia Rahilly has done one. Windisch, I think this, yeah, this is recension 2. I should probably start recording this video again. It's a mess, but I'm not going to. We're just going to fire ahead, because if you are expecting professional, polished videos, you are totally in the wrong place. My name is Lora O'Brien, and I'm an Irish 3 and priest, pagan priest, and I'm working here in Ireland, and I am providing this version of the Táin for you for accessibility. A lot of my students learn differently and are differently able and are neurodiverse and all those kind of things. So it is a useful thing to have somebody who can read the text out to you, because some people either can't read it themselves or can't concentrate on it if they are reading it. So accessibility is definitely one of the factors for why I am doing a reading of the Táin. Secondly, when I was doing my 30 days Morrigan Q&A, which is over on my Morrigan playlist, so go and check that out on my playlist on this channel if you haven't seen it already. The Morrigan obviously appears in the, well, maybe not obviously, but the Morrigan does appear in the Táin Cúailgne. From the Ulster cycle, she appears through the mythological cycle and the Ulster cycle. And the cycle of kings, actually. Maybe in the Fenian cycle, I'm not 100% sure, just off the top of my head, but she definitely features here in the Táin Cúailgne. And her and her sisters, actually, because there's multiple different showings of the Morrigan and the Morrigan sisters. Bive, Nevin, Macha, not sure who else comes into the Táin, again, just off the top of my head, but sure, we're going to read it and we'll find out, right? So we have all that going on. And when I was doing the 30 days with the Morrigan, people were interested. I said that I might do a reading of the Táin, and people were very interested. So I got a lot of comments and feedback. So let me know below if you're looking forward to this. Comments really help the channel and help me to know when I'm on the right track with stuff. So I'm going to do this in episodes, so make sure you do subscribe to the channel and get on the mailing list over at loraobrien.ie, because there'll be extra bumper resources that are going through there as well. We've got some Maeve stuff coming up and some Morrigan stuff coming up as ever, and guided meditation and journeying through January, as we usually do. So there's a lot coming down the line through the mailing list, so definitely make sure you're over there and check out the irishpaganschool.com for classes, both free and paid. But for now, we're going to focus on the Táin here. So like I said, I'm going to be going through the episodes, and the so it looks like this translation is from Recension 2. Okay, so the Joseph Dunn translation. And we have, when we look at it, what you're going to see is that there's the English here, and then there's the Irish on the other side. So I will have a link to the original translation below, okay? And they do give you a pronunciation guide, but that's another factor for why I want to read it out for you, because people get very overwhelmed with the, I didn't even share my screen. What am I doing? Here's me looking at it and not actually sharing the screen with you. God damn it, there we go. So this is the first section. So as I said, you'll see the Irish on the right hand side, or however it's flipped on the screen, Irish on one side and the English on the other side. So I'll be reading the English, but the names I will be able to pronounce for you as well. Most of them. Some of them I'm unfamiliar with, so they wouldn't be usual. So please do forgive if I stumble over some of the pronunciations, all right? Some of them don't appear in my modern Irish that I am, well, that I always have learned and I'm familiar with. So yeah, this is what we're going to be working from. So I'll keep it on the screen. And again, that's for accessibility, so people can actually see what I'm reading as well, because that helps. Different people have different styles of learning, and at the irishpaganschool.com, we really, really try and support people through multiple media presentations, multimedia presentations, resources, and all that kind of stuff. So this is part of that. And it's also part of my priest work for the Morrigan. I've been a priest of the Morrigan for a good 15 years now. And I'm also working with Maeve. So, and I'm writing a Maeve book. So this is kind of ticking a few boxes for me personally, in that I want to be of service to the community, and I feel that this is a good way to do that. Okay. So that's what's coming. Hit the subscribe button for notifications for new videos, because realistically, I'm not going to be able to commit to, like, I'm going to do the Táin every Thursday, right? Oh, Táin Thursday. I like the sound of that, but I may not get to it every Thursday, but I will try and do at least one episode a week, hopefully more, hopefully a lot more. I mean, we could do a daily episode at some points, but it will really depend on my schedule, because obviously work that I'm being paid for, and you know, all of that student work and all of that stuff, Patreon work, it all has to come first, okay, on my priority list. So I will absolutely get to this as often as I can. So make sure you're subscribed, hit the bell for notifications so that you get notified when the new episodes are coming out, and get on the mailing list, because what I'm going to do is do little roundups every so often. When I've done a couple of episodes, I'll do a roundup, like a catch-up email. So it'll be really useful to, you know, not everybody's living on YouTube, right? So it'd be really useful to have that in an email when it's coming down the line, okay? So make sure loraobrien.ie, you subscribe on the mailing list at the bottom of that webpage, okay? And go and check out that blog post as well that I did on the Táin Cúailgne. Okay, so I will see you in the next video. Slán go fóill, and I'm looking forward to getting stuck into this project with you.